military naval style things. And then they sold.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
What I'm trying to get at here is
style. There's a lot of weird military. They're doing military naval style things.
It's like El Toro when they decided there was a surplus military base, so they sold it to the city or the county, whatever.
Yeah, that and Tustin as well, where those big hangars are.
Yeah, exactly. And so Mare Island had a lot of shop tracks and cranes, and they had their own little railroad there.
They had that. Oh wait, is that where that there's a jutting pier that still has those?
Yeah,
it has those double oval tracks,
and they still have cranes that are basically they're two tracks next to each other. For each side. And they roll around. Well,
yes,
they had a bunch of home built flat cars to move just things on. They had no brakes, just a handbrake, but they had no air brakes, and they had like 19 teens Andrew friction bearing trucks,
like old journal the journal, like they had to stuff wads still in it. And stuff
Yeah. But there was these flat cars look like somebody took it over to the metal shop and built a flat car.
Yeah,
not based on any regular flat car.
Like, do we have any I-beams around here? Okay,
but
let's put those.
They were taking the components obviously off. A
Pre-World
fish belly
War
box
II.
car. Yeah,
okay,
like a fish belly box car. They just took all the metal stuff off and cut the rest of it up and then just put it all on this home shop built flat car.
I love stuff like that.
And man, I thought they would have saved. They were still there in 2012 the first time I went and checked them out, but they've all been since cut up.
A lot of stuff is.
Damn. And
that whole area.
On a side note,
I'm
not a military foamer. I'm not even really a big Navy foamer, but they have a maritime museum at Mare Island that is hands down beautiful.
Have you ever been to the Midway Museum?
I have.
Okay, continue with your Mare Island.
Yeah, I was
my apologies for interrupting.
I was at the time I was doing history and I was researching a potential internship, and I had Mare Island as a possible place to do an internship because of that museum specifically.
Yeah.
And they had all this long lineage of history starting from sometime in the 1800s till 1989 when they closed it. Pictures and all sorts of military uniforms and bells and things, and then you just see the pride in which the town of Vallejo, which was started out as just the point where how you got to Calistoga and Napa. That was the southernmost terminal of the California, what's the Napa Valley Railroad way back when. But everybody lived in Vallejo because they worked at Mare Island. It was the big shipyard. Mm-hmm. Those are blue collar jobs.
Yeah.
And you just see what it is now, and you're just like, oh God, this.
How the mighty have fallen.
Right. Where is that American ingenuity right now?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Wake up, get drunk, put on your scene gear. All right. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, 1, 2, 3. What's up, everybody? My name's Timmy D.
This is Engineer Evan.
And welcome to another episode of Railroads Rock. Let's highball. No. I'll tell you why. It's a stupid reason, so we don't even need to get to it. Welcome back for another episode of Railroads Rock, and today we are doing a third
Yankee Doodle paint scheme.
That's right. So we're going to cue some music. Let's go. Oh, I'm a Yankee Doodle paint scheme, a Yankee Doodle engine too. The railroads celebrate 200 years by painting me red, white, and blue. I'm just a Yankee Doodle engine, painted Yankee Doodle style. Do you like me, yes or no, dressed for this occasion? Now let's play Yankee Doodle style. You don't have to explain it. It makes sense immediately. Like when I was first coming up with the creation or the idea of Mahalo Bay, and we were at the Orange County train show, whatever it was. Yeah. And Bob from Typhoon's there, and that was the second time we had hung out, and I was just looking at his layout. I'm like, man, I really want to do something like this. Like the first time I was like, that'd be cool. And then I thought about it, and I was like, because Bob and I got to talking about, the history behind what his layout represents, and just listening to that, it just got me so inspired. So thanks, Bob. And if you guys want to check out Bob from Typhoon Lagoon, Typhoon Lagoon, just type in Typhoon Lagoon ON30 on YouTube, and you can see all of his cool stuff. And we're going to get off this subject because today is Yankee Doodle Paint Scheme, and we left off on the EJ&E number 668.
A very interesting font for their numbers. It's like, how do you read that if you're semi-blind? For somebody who needs reading glasses, it looks like 888.
Well, you're not reading that at night.
That's very true.
See it,
Yeah, so you better see the number boards. Well, the number boards are pronounced. You could see it fine there. Anyways, which is kind of why I like the Southern Pacific number boards, is they still did the font in the number boards.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool. All right, here we go. So number 1, first engine, we're starting off. You can see there's another angle of the EJ&E. Okay, we're not even going to talk about that. Look at the scoop, though, on the front of that.
Oh, yeah.
Like that tiny little weed killer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into this one. Or as I call it, the turtle pusher.
Oh,
no, this is the best one to start out with.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God, I'm going to give it the Billy Bob. I'm going to give it the Billy Bob from Varsity Blues score.
I gave it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
I'm going 7.5. This is a commute locomotive. Yeah, here it is coming out of Bayshore Tunnels, or South City. Don't quote me for all my Bay Area foamers.
Just get to it.
Pulling some Harrimans. Very cool. No, I like it. I like it's a cool paint scheme. It's a very SP paint scheme. It reminds me a lot of the Olympic paint scheme from 84? The 84 Olympics?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. It looks good.
Okay, so I give this one a 10. A fucking 10.
Wow.
Yeah, Billy Bob from Varsity Blues. You want to know why? Because it's like a brass or a gold along the bottom. This one is, they took much like the Chicago Northwestern, but it just looks better. The SP paint scheme, they did the pinstripes, so it actually reverses. So when you leave the bloody nose section, then all of a sudden you notice those pinstripes go all the way down long hood. It's one of my favorite locomotives. I love Jeep 40X, or was it Jeep 40, or sorry, it's a Jeep 40P, right? Or is it Jeep 40XP? It's pretty much, they took a GP40 with the X platform. Like it still has the 3 fans in the back, so it's a 40, but it has the slanted,
I know exactly. It's
slanted radiators, and then it goes back to the narrow hood, so it doesn't go all the way down long hood. It comes back together where the steam generator is.
Yes.
So I love that unit in general. Then when they repainted it to this, you've got the Liberty Bell on one side. I can't remember what was on the other. Let's backtrack here. Is the Liberty Bell, and is there an eagle on the other side, or is it a bell on both sides? Here, let's look. No, it's still the same side. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Point being is it's just a really cool adaptation of Southern Pacific paint scheme. It doesn't look Southern California. It doesn't look Northern California. It looks like the embodiment. Because to me, SP always had 2 divisions, the North and the South. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had the Donner, anything that ran out of Frisco and Donner Pass, and then you had L.A. into Texas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it kind of felt like 2 different railroads, because they operated different equipment on, different areas. And so it was very kind of divided, and this one always made sense to me. Plus the L window's cool. But the paint scheme itself, other than the stars, and I still dig it. So I'm going to give it a 10 because I love it. And I love that the whole bottom area is like a gold. So it's like, oh, it's going to get dirty. It's like, how are you going to know?
Right.
Is that gold or is it brass? I don't know. Because when it gets dirty, it still has that, that metallic sheen on it. That metallic Charlie Sheen. So I go 10. You went what?
I went 7. I think 7.5.
7.5. We're gonna go with 7.5. 7.5. 10.0. Yahtzee. Bless you. All right, here we go. Next, paint scheme. Talk about a toy engine. I cheated. I saw ahead.
Susie Q.
Good old Susie Q.
I think this is a cool paint scheme. I think it's the wrong locomotive, if I'm being honest here.
Hang on, let me back it up a little bit. What do you not like about this locomotive?
I don't know. It would look better on an EMD.
You see,
and I like Alco, but this would look better on an EMD. So a little too much blue. I don't like the blue on the lower end.
Is there
I'm going 4.
a diner behind the engine, and I'm getting a forced perspective on that blower stack, or is that just looks?
That's it.
That looks like it's coming out of the top of like a New York diner. Like,
It
what do you
does,
want on
yeah.
your pancakes?
Yeah. What do you want on your Reuben?
Yeah, exactly.
Pastrami.
What do you want on your pancakes?
Like a hot pastrami.
Syrup?
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
what else comes on the pancakes? Well, if you go to IHOP, everything. Jesus. I take my daughter there, and it's like the pancake selection is just, I don't even know what to do with myself. So, yeah, I mean, this is not a premier railroad, but they had better equipment, and especially for the time, 76. Didn't they have SD45s by then?
I think they had something a little modern than this.
Like, Conrail can obviously get away with it because that's a very vintage, I don't know, it's almost like a stood the test of time unit. So that's we're kind of taking the past into the present and looking towards the future.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I mean?
It was a specific Northeast corridor engine, the GG1. So
Yeah. It's very of that area. It's a very 13 colony.
They got to play into the Philadelphia area because they run right through the middle of it.
There you go. You didn't give it a score.
I think I said 3.5.
I'm going to go lower. I think it's a 2.7.
Oh, okay.
This one, it's an old unit, and it's almost like they didn't try.
It's like it's 1976, and they're painting this in May of 1976.
Yeah.
Like we got to
Hurry up! What locos do we have?
Every other engine is already painted and touring the nation, and this engine's just like, oh shit.
All right, guys, who failed? Who dropped the ball here?
Yeah.
It was Bob.
Yeah.
Bob, you're fired. Somebody paint an engine. Let's go. All right, moving on to the next unit here. And this is going to be a... Come on, girl. Work. There we go.
Work it.
I love this one. I love this unit. It's so ugly. It is so ugly. Can I give this one ugly points? Can I give it a higher score just for being so god-awful ugly?
Wow.
Look at that.
We'll see. Okay, this is a little bit weathered. It's not looking
It's
too
not
bad.
that bad. At least it's got a...
Let's say the American Eagle under... Yeah, it is. The American Eagle under...
Yeah, because it's an eagle.
Yeah.
That's why the nose is
No,
yellow.
no,
It's
no,
supposed
no.
to look like a beak.
In that first picture, you can't see what it says under 1776.
Oh,
But it
okay.
makes sense.
Yeah, sorry about that. And then where the window is on the side is supposed to be the eye of the eagle.
Right.
Very-
the tiger.
Yeah, exactly. Great work, guys. I love how you work that in. You put an eagle eye where the engineer sits.
Yeah. Now, if you were to...
This is such a
The
gross
fact that
paint
this is an
scheme.
Illinois Central Golf paint scheme,
You put 4 stars on it. What the hell is that supposed to mean?
it's hard for me to be like, Illinois Central thought
Wait.
this was a good idea. Like,
How many states did the Illinois Central run to? Illinois?
6 or 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe they put 4 stars on either side because they run to 8 states.
I'm gonna get roasted in the comments for not knowing that.
Yeah,
I feel
everybody
like
roasts
6 or
them.
7.
I don't know. I'm not a.
It's the
I'm
Chicago
not a big
to New Orleans
Midwest
main line.
Yeah, well, you know what? Guess what? I'm a Santa Fe through and through guy, and I love Burlington Northern, love Southern Pacific. Union Pacific can take it or leave it, but love Conrail, but don't really have a lot of knowledge. Norfolk Southern, I hope you beat CSX into the ground. Just beat them like a little.
Break them up.
Yeah, break them into the frickin' ground. Give them to the Canadian Pacific.
Yes.
Break CSX up and give them to. Oh wait, Canadian Pacific already took over KCS,
right.
which is such a bummer, man. Like I really liked KCS. I really thought it was one of those fighting railroads. That's like, nah, we're not merging with anybody. Y'all can kick rocks. I saw CSX merging with CP before.
What a terrible time to have acquired KCS and the Mexican assets.
Oh,
all these
yeah.
tariffs. What a terrible time to have done that.
Oh my goodness! And same with like
That railroad.
yeah.
That railroad literally has no choice but to pay the tariffs or the higher fees
Yep.
because they operate in all 3. Did
Yep.
you see they spun off the Panama Canal Railroads? No more.
No way.
And now it's owned by Maersk and shipping company.
Well, this is going to be interesting to see. All right, here we
Yes.
go. Next one. Wait, we didn't even give it a score.
I'm going to give this a 1. I don't.
Dude, this is. I'm gonna give it a 2.0 for the only reason it's a 2 is because it just annoys me.
So it's like a
much.
negative 2 then.
No,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
2 because sometimes it's almost like, oh, I feel sorry for you. It's like when the hot chick actually gives you a hug in high school and you still got braces and acne, and you're like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
It's like what? What do you?
Oh, that's funny.
Why are you hugging me? You're like the head cheerleader, and
Yeah,
I just look terrible. I'm an awkward.
She's the one who wants you to take you to prom, and you're like, oh, no, I can't do this. You're that war bonnet, and she's this, and you're like, nah, I'm good. I'm
exactly. We're good. She's the war bonnet.
good. Yeah.
There was an episode we did a while back where I was like, I did the war bonnet where it's like some chick wearing a headdress, and I was like, should I put this in there? Is that culturally inappropriate?
And you're like, probably.
I don't care.
Yeah, probably.
Probably, but I don't care. I don't care because I don't care. Tim, that's not right. No, it is. Because I don't know any different. And sometimes you could just claim ineptitude. No?
Yeah.
You can or you can't?
No.
Erie Lackawanna.
Okay. I actually like this paint scheme a lot. I know it's simple. I know it's basic, but it's if you remember what Erie Lackawanna was at this time, this is a very, very Erie Lackawanna paint scheme. So I'm going to go a little more generous on this. I'll be a 6.5. Because I would definitely run this locomotive if they had a model of it. I just want to know what the heck is going on with the fuel tank. The rest of this engine looks great. This fuel tank looks like hell.
All right, who filled this thing up was jet fuel. Somebody put the wrong fuel in this because it's just eating the paint in half.
Yeah. Bunker. What do they call it? Bunker oil.
Bunker oil.
Yeah, that's
bunker oil. I sound like a Mexican dude.
Yeah.
Bunker oil.
Bunker oil.
Bunker oil. That one's for you, Manolo. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I call this the ice cream shop paint scheme. It looks like if you painted a building like this, I would think they serve ice cream there.
Oh, yeah.
And plus, it's ripping off Bangor and Aroostook.
It is.
Or it's giving homage to it. No, it's ripping it off. What did you say?
I gave it a 6.5, but that's because I like Erie Lackawanna paint schemes. Though.
Yeah, no, this one to me is just boring as shit. And it's like it's zero effort. How much paint do we have in the shop? How much is it going to cost to paint these two things?
This is like a June of '76. Get this thing painted.
Get
quick.
this thing painted now. Sorry, everybody else is painting stuff. Let's go paint it. How much red, white, and how much is it going to cost for red, white, and blue?
This is we're at the Home Depot clearance section in the paint area. Yeah, to just get us. Yeah.
Did I just say 3-0? What did I just say? Did I even give it a score?
I'm going to rewind. You didn't give it a 6.5 like I did. No.
Oh, it's a 3-0. That's the one I'm going with. 3-0, 6.5. 3-0, 6.5. Let's go.
All right.
Oh, my gosh. Ice cream paint scheme. Oh, no.
Ooh.
Rock Island. Oh, no.
Wow. Okay. I'll give this a 7, and you're probably thinking, God, this guy can't rate for shit.
Can't what?
Yeah. He's like, how'd you pick the last one and then pick this one? I like the color of this blue a lot.
Oh my God!
The blue
this
looks
like
cool.
Totes Faves blue for all you.
Yes, this
people that remember
stars
that
in your face like that.
Dude, is this the? I'm trying to think if it had like a special name for that unit. Anyways, I don't care. I like this one. I'm giving this one a 7.6. See what I did there? 76. Ooh. But I like it. 7.6. It's very of the times, but it's fashion forward, and I really feel like, like The Rock went to New York, and they're like, everybody's doing these bicentennial paint schemes. What are you going to do? And some douche on Madison Avenue was like, let's do this. Or let's do this.
Yes.
Either way, it's a great paint scheme, man. I like it. Something about it is lovable.
That's like its inaugural run too. There's nothing on the roof.
There's not an ounce.
Yeah.
An ounce of hey there, I've been running around, always looking down at all. Yeah. Kings of Leon? No? Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no, you were okay. Okay, wait a second. Hang on. I've got to get prepared for this paint scheme because I just gave so much shit to Erie Lackawanna.
Yeah.
But here's the difference, and you will notice the difference once we come up on this, and I'm teasing this so good. And while we have a chance, go check out our shop for Railroads Rock. Buy a shirt. Here we go. Boom.
Ooh.
This is also an ice cream paint scheme. I'm going to lead the charge with this one.
Go.
This is an ice cream paint scheme, but I've never heard of Island Terminal Co., and I'm glad I haven't because for a railroad that is probably making jack money on, like, they probably haul scrap, they haul whatever they can to make this railroad work. This is obviously a terminal railroad, and so they're just hauling very short line stuff, very here and there, just trying to make some money, and they still ponied up some dollars to paint an engine in that color. Paint is not cheap.
Right.
You know, trust you me, doing odd jobs for people and you know, when they want to paint something, it's like, oh, you're going to be paying an arm and a leg. So for a railroad company to take that much time, and this hits all the buttons that I've been looking at, is one, it's got the brass bell, or at least it looks brass, maybe silver. From here, it kind of has a gold sheen, brass horn, and then even the exhaust stack, and then you got silver trucks, and you could tell it's like kind of brass looking because see how it has kind of a golder shine, and then where the trucks are, they're, you know, up the nose silver. But like as far as the ice cream stand look on a small railroad, I'm gonna just throw that out the window and say you guys made the biggest effort, invested a lot of money to go and celebrate, you know, and kind of put your hat in the ring. I love it. I'm gonna say 8.8. I love it.
No, I'm at a solid 2.5 here, and I think the reason for that is that whatever is unstenciled underneath the cab is faded already. That's supposed
Like
to be stars.
had too much what? Like too much beer or something?
This
Yo,
just
I'm faded,
This
bro.
just feels like a Texas state paint scheme. It just was like,
Do you know it's in Texas?
I don't.
Would you assume it's in Texas?
It just feels like it. And
Do you know what unit this is?
An NW?
No.
An S,
No.
S something.
Yeah, you're close. Come on.
SW8.
SW.
SW8.
Who comes first on your call list?
SW1.
Yeah. Whoa. All right, fine. 8.8, and you gave it a 2.0?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yay for you. Yeah. Yay for you. How many schemes are we in here now? Is this number 5?
I think we got one more. Let's do one more.
One more. Let's do it. He gonna do one more. All right, here we go.
Ooh.
I love this railroad, actually, and I love this paint scheme. And if anybody, there's a guy that does an N-scale version of this railroad, and it is, right now, the Union Railroad.
It's New Jersey, right? Union Railroad of New Jersey?
I don't know.
I
I just know some guy has a really cool N-scale layout.
I'll give it 5.
I love the extra work that went into this, the aftermarket stuff. Like if you look at the frame or the protective rail bars in front of the horn to let if they hit any bushes or anything or low hanging trees.
Oh, wow.
And then if you notice, there's like a fire throttle or something, like a fire suppression nozzle up there in the front where the vents are on the long hood at the very front.
Oh, geez.
See, there's like random little things that make it very unique, and especially for the time when nobody really gave a shit and they just kind of got it off the factory floor and were like, well, it's supposed to work this way, so here we go.
Wow. Yeah.
That was a good, like, kind of Chicagoan.
What's your rating?
Out the gate, I'm just saying 7. Solid 7. Boom.
Cool.
You know, no frills, nothing amazing. Just, you know what this looks like to me? A hockey jersey. Mm-hmm. This looks like what a team would wear, like, of the time. It looks like a hockey jersey.
Yeah. The Philadelphia, what's the hockey team there?
The Flyers?
Is that the Flyers?
Yeah.
It looks like a Flyers paint scheme.
Yeah. Philadelphia Flyers.
Whoa.
No frills. All right, you go.
I'm 5. I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
Yeah. Right up the middle.
Yeah.
The way he likes it. What? All right. Thank you again for tuning in to the Railroads Rock Show. We really appreciate you guys supporting the show. All you got to do is share it and care it and wear it. And next time on Railroads Rock, we're going to be finishing up our final episode of Yankee Doodle Paint Scheme for the month. Maybe we should take a little break. But until then, you keep on rolling. And just remember that your most important signal.
It's going to be your next one.
We'll see you next time.